Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day or night to stop in and visit and check out my video. And we're here at Donington Park. I had a request for a setup for the BMW M4, so I got one. I had one for it already, but I did improved upon it a little bit and made it a little bit better in pretty much drivability and performance. But before we get started, just a little news. Yesterday, as I'm recording this, yesterday my wife had surgery on her wrist, pretty major surgery from a fracture that didn't heal correctly, and she had to have a plate and screws put on. And of course, she's recovering. So obviously, at our age, we're not 20 years old anymore, so it's a little bit more, a little bit more of a deal. Dealing with that, recovering and all that kind of stuff. So of course, I'm try to help out and do the most I can helping her out, and because she can't really do anything, and of course I have to pick up the slack around the daily duties, so to speak. So again, the content might be a little bit less than normal. Plus, especially the racing part, because it's really hard to get that to never knowing something when she's going to need me. It's easier to do something like this, or some other kind of tutorial thing, or some kind of help video. So I might do a little bit more of those in the near future here, just because doing a race, I mean, I hate to get involved in it and then she needs me and then I got to quit or something. So again, I'd rather just be there in case she needs me whenever she needs me. So that's just want to let everybody know she's doing well. The operation came out really good. So now she's part bionic with a titanium plate, so that's good. So, but it just takes time for it's going to just take time for it to heal and all that. So anyway, like I said, I had a request for the setup for the BMW. So we're going to go ahead and make a quick lap and then go over the setup. And I got it to run some pretty good numbers really consistently, but I was trying to work on some of the drivability because I was getting a lot of off corner oversteer, mid corner and off corner oversteer, and it was driving me crazy. And so I was trying to knock a lot of that out, and I think I finally got it to where it's just once in a while you might get a little bit, but that's okay. It's not nothing like it was. So because it kills your drive when you got to sit there sawing the wheel. So I want to be able to, not like me, I like getting on the gas real early, especially right here. Get on the gas early, get the drive down this little straightaway, and also through the chicane up here. I like to get on the gas as I'm going through the chicane to get again another little drive. See, I'm on the gas right all the way matted before I'm even going through there. So that's how I like to do it. Straightaway starts when you get back on the gas. That's all my saying is anyway. So, and plus you need it to rotate really good through here and be good on the brakes, which the BMW is always really good on the brakes. But just if you get it to rotate too much, then what it does, it wants to oversteer coming off the corner. So again, you're trying to find that balance. But I think it's working really well now, and it's doing a lot of 27s, which is my pace, and that's probably near. That's probably really. It's not a personal best, but it's not far from it. And like I said, I started with 65 liters, so that's another thing. If I was in a qualifying, I'd probably be down in the 26s. So again, that's for me. That's a good pace, and that's not a special setup as far as qualifying. That's just putting low fuel in it. So again, really happy with it. So let's go back and look at the setup. Got 24.8 left front, 25.2 left rear, 25.7 right front, and 25.8 right rear. Of course, the temperature is always in the 22 to 24 in that range. Tow on the front is negative 0.15 with the camber at negative 3.6 on the front and the caster at 12.4. And on the rear, the tow is 0.05 with the camber at negative 2.8. Again, really nothing to really try here. You can, if you want a little bit more turn in, you can go to negative 2.0. That was okay too. So either way, other than that, it's pretty good. Electronics, I got at 4 and 2, and you can go to 5, of course, on the TC. But I always left it at 4, trying to get it to work with that. Later in the stint, if you need to go to 5, it's fine. The TC's good with the BMW. And of course, you got 65 liters, number one brake pad. Wear was really good. Sometimes I had a little bit of graining, sometimes I had nothing. So it's just, it just depends upon how hard I'm really pushing it. Anti-roll bar is 3. Brake bias is 52.1, and you can go down to 51. No problem. Steering's all the way down. Springs in the front are 150,000 with a bump stop rate of 300 and a bump stop range of 5. And on the rear, the springs are 135,000 with a bump stop rate of 400 and a bump stop range of 20. Anti-roll bar is 4, and the preload on the diff is 120. Again, here a lot of these things, I tried a lot of different anti-roll bar, and the diff. I tried a lot less diff, but it just made it worse. I kind of felt a little freer, which I liked, but then what it would do is some of those medium fast turns, it would want to spin, when the turbo would hit, you get the turbo boost, kicking in, it would want to spin up to one tire, and you get you'd have to start, doing the counter steering thing. So I'd rather have the more diff to be consistent, and also the real tight hairpins at the end. I want it to hook up and not, just go. I don't want it to do any kind of hesitation or spinning the tire. I just want it to turn, stop, turn, and accelerate. So I think that's the best balance that I could find. I did try like I said, a lot of different settings. We got the shocks are 11, 16, 32, and 22 on the front, and on the rear they're 6, 9, 16, and 28. All dialed in by Motec multiple times, and it came out really good. Aero got 50 in the front all the way down, 61 in the rear with a 6 wing and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 3.4 to the positive. So again, I really think it's a really solid and stable setup. Suggestions: if you wanted a little bit more rotation, I would raise the rear maybe one more click, go to 62. You can try that. It'll give you a little bit more turn in through the beginning of the turn and through maybe a little bit of the middle. So you might want to try that. Just like I said, you might have a little oversteer. I don't know. It just depends on your track conditions. But again, if something to try, if you would like. The wing, I would really keep around where it's at. I mean, to be honest, I don't. Here there's no speed. I mean, speed is not that much down the straightaway. So you need to be carrying speed through the corners. So that's what you need. So again, if it's slick, you might want to go up another one, or obviously if it was raining, you might want to go up 1 or 2, but that's about it. And of course, if it's raining, I would just probably raise this up 1 click, and that's it. Just go like that. See, you're going to drop down to 3.0. But I mean, this would be fine for a rain setup also. I would just, like I said, raise it up at least 1 click, so you're not getting a lot of the rain part. And you might even want to raise this a click. So you might want to raise that one, and that's not too bad. It gets the car a little bit more off the ground, and you're not having as much issues with, hydroplaning and things like that. So that would be my suggestion, and of course, adjust electronics accordingly. But that's the setup, and of course, obviously the pressures and your brake ducts and things like that. But again, it's a really good setup that you can change for a lot of different things. Again, low fuel, maybe go up 1 on the ride height, or just go down 1 on the wing to try for qualifying and try it at that. But it's a really good setup that you can do a lot of different things with this one setup. So again, I'll leave a link in the description and if you want to use it. I hope it works good for you. And of course, all my setups are free, and I have my other setups are in my playlist. So again, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I appreciate everybody's feedback and comments. I really enjoy talking to everybody. Sometimes I might not get back to you right away, but I really try to get back to you as soon as I can. And also, liking and subscribing really helps, and sharing really helps in my little channel, because I don't really get a lot of, just don't get around that much since I'm a small little channel. So any of that really helps, is like 10 times, because there's a lot of support. I really appreciate it. And like I said, again, the main thing is it works good for you, and you can run your personal best and you enjoy it. And I hope any feedback would be great. Hopefully it's good feedback, but if it's not, that's okay. I understand. And again, I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.